Hello everyone, Anthony here. Welcome to the very first edition of What's in My Dock, where I'll go through some of my favorite apps or some of the applications that I use on a daily basis or some new ones that I'm really into at the time. Um, so hopefully either you'll be more aware of them, more familiar with them, actually try them out, or if you were on the edge of purchasing it and you just didn't know what it was all about, hopefully this will help in some way. But uh, let's just jump right in. The first app I wanted to go through is Spotify, of course. If you haven't heard of it by now, it is a streaming music service. It's currently free. You can pay for the premium version, but basically it's extremely social. It integrates with Facebook seamlessly. Um, I think it's going to be even more integrated with Facebook once they change over to the timeline and all the new features that Mark Zuckerberg introduced at this year's F8. But for now, you have your friends. These are currently only my only friends that are using Spotify, but you can check out the playlists that they made. You can subscribe to their playlists. You can have shared playlists together with your friends. Um, but basically, it's your own profile. These are my playlists that I wanted to share. I obviously have much more. But anyways, it's all streaming. You don't have to necessarily pay for anything. I think I've been using it for a few months now, and I think after the first week, it entirely transitioned me off of iTunes or off of paying for songs one at a time. That is completely gone. Not to mention that it has an app. I use an iPhone, so there's an iPhone app, and this is cloud based. This has entirely changed the way I listen to music. It's between this and Pandora, I get all the music I want, whether or not I choose it. But definitely check out Spotify. Go to the website. I can leave the link below if you want. It just opened up to the public, so I would jump in it right now, actually, after this video. Okay, next one is an email client that I just started using called Sparrow. It's pretty cool just because a few months back, I noticed that Google changed it so you couldn't log into two accounts simultaneously, and it was really, really annoying. You had to log out of one, and then it messed up your whole notification system. And I mean, the basic mail application in Mac is great, but I've never really been drawn into it. Um, I prefer this. I just started using it again, but it it's very streamlined. It's very small. It gives you notifications up here actually on when you get something new. The only downside I will say is that like this, here's a receipt. If you want to open an attachment, it opens in an external window or program. So if it's an Excel attachment or Microsoft Word attachment, it's gonna launch that application, which is kind of annoying. I wish it would just open within here like a preview, but like you have other things to where it's actually enclosed in the email, but I would much rather see everything in here instead of launching an external program. But you can have multiple accounts as well as your folder system to organize stuff. Um, I just really, really like this pretty much. I can have all my accounts accessible, and it's very, very simple, so I highly recommend Sparrow. Next, Clean Up My Mac. This is a very, very old application. I actually got it for free. Now you have to pay for it, but I've been using it, and it actually gets rid of everything that junks up your computer, slows everything down. You'd be surprised, especially in like the trashes and stuff, to where like you just think it disappears, but it really doesn't. This is actually a very, very quick solution to keep your computer clean, keep it running quick. You can choose if you don't want to wait for like this whole scanning if you don't want to wait for it. It doesn't take too long as you do this often. My last one was the 27th, but so about a month ago. But usually when I uninstall applications, I'll click this manage extensions and then I'll put it in this section and uninstall it, and those are really quick. Sorry, uninstall applications, you just drop them in this section and then uninstall them. But this is also very easy. I suggest this one. I've used it for years. If you have anything better, I would definitely love to hear about it, but for now this has kept every single one of my Macs running fairly quickly. I mean, I'm extremely happy with this program, or application rather. I'll leave that going. I'll get to that later. Next one, I definitely want to hit up iClean Memory. There we go. I use a lot of graphic and CPU intensive software, so whenever I'm doing that or rendering or doing any kind of small video editing, I like to use up all the resources that I possibly can. So on top of closing all my other applications, I usually run this, and it frees up any possible memory that can be used and that isn't being used, and just that quickly. It changed the number significantly. So I usually have this running on the side and then I clean it up before I'll do a render or a final pass, or if I'm downloading a large file, I'll go ahead and run this. So I suggest this. Not a necessity, but I really like it. That's for sure. The last application I wanted to go through is currently, let me see. No, this way. Right here, Social Pro. Basically what it is, it's up here on top, so it's not necessarily in your dock. Hey, this just finished. I want to remove those. See, and then it just goes through and removes all your junk. That was it. You just saw everything get cleaned. So again, clean my Mac. Awesome. Moving on. The last thing, like I said, Social Pro. It's this one. It's basically all the main social networks that I currently use. They're all in one, and it notifies me, and I can check up on them all in one. It's right here. You have your Facebook with your entire feed going on there. It does work seamlessly with the new changes that they recently made. I'm assuming it's gonna work really well with the timeline in the future. It's kind of cool because you can change it to like a more condensed view or bigger view. I usually keep it here, but you can switch to your Google Plus, see what's new through your Twitter, keep up on what's new, any other Gmail accounts, chat through Facebook and Google Chat. So definitely, I get pretty much all my notifications. You saw a notification earlier for Twitter, and yeah, I love this. This is probably my most used application besides obviously Google Chrome, my web browser. But I use this on a daily basis and it just runs in the background. So very easy, very simple. I highly suggest that one as well. So sorry if this was brief. If you want to know any more about any of the applications, feel free to message me or leave a comment, or I can leave my contact information as well. If you know of any other awesome applications, shoot me a comment. Let me know. Definitely open to trying new things. And if you have any questions about any of these other things that I have down here, I'd be more than happy to explain them. Maybe I'll do an app spotlight or something. But yeah, leave me a comment. Let me know what you thought. And everyone have a great rest of your day. Thanks. Bye.